Alright, hey guys. So today we're going to do just a recap of the things that we've learned throughout this week about fear and what we've learned about it and what we can tangibly do to start implementing into our life so that we can stop letting fear hold us back and start fulfilling like what we want to do with our life and go after things that this fear has been holding us back from. So the beginning of the week we learned that most of the stuff that we think about and the things that we fear are actually things that literally never even end up happening. So what we can do is that when we notice and we recognize ourselves going down this path in our mind of like making up stories that aren't even real, you can check it and redirect your thoughts to something else. Like you have to start actually thinking about it though, and once you recognize it, change it, fix it, and direct your thoughts in a different way. So you have to actually take steps. You can't just like continue down the path of we're not gonna do anything to change where we're at. So that's one way you can do it. Another thing we've learned is to start like loving yourself and accepting yourself and start doing things that you genuinely love. And the more and more you do that, you'll start really feeling fulfilled and you'll stop caring so much about what other people think of you. And that fear will start getting less and less inside of you because you're actually doing things you love and that feel good. And it's really cool to see that when we start actually being ourselves, you'll start attracting more and more people to you naturally because you're more authentic and genuine and you're being yourself. So it's pretty cool to see. So we just have to stop paying attention to what other people want of us, what other people want us to be, and start walking in what we actually want to be, and put yourself in those positions where other people can critique. You know, like that's the scary part, but the more and more you do it, the easier it gets. So like, you know, and it may seem a lot bigger from outside until you actually step into it, right? So, for example, I love playing volleyball, but so if I hadn't played, I didn't know people, I'd be like, well, they might be better than me. What am I going to think? What are they going to think of me? You know, and from the outside looking in, because I don't know, I haven't experienced it yet, but I'm creating this huge story that's really big and scary, you know. But once I actually dive in and do it, you start seeing that everybody is so freaking cool and they help you out actually, and you start having a good time and you slowly get better and better and your confidence starts to build and you start to grow and you love it, you know. But like if you don't take that first step because of how scary it looks from the outside, you're never going to know. So the more you take those steps and put yourself in those positions where you could possibly be critiqued or judged, that's the only way you're going to step over into the spot where you start making changes in your life, or else you're just going to be constantly held back, right? So, and the thing is that if we can just redefine what failure is, we've learned this, redefine what failure is, and if we fail, that doesn't mean we're a failure. So change that story in your head. If we can do that, we can actually use those failures to start reinventing ourselves. And maybe, hey, let me go this other direction. And a lot of times that other direction is actually better once you look back. It's kind of hard to see it in the midst of it. We talked about that. But when you're in the midst of it, try to find the good. You may not learn the lesson that you're trying to learn yet until afterwards when you can look back. While you're in the midst of it, look for the good. And then when you're on the outside of it, look back and see, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? Take the positives from it. And then like, what am I going to do to change it for next time, right? So that's how we constantly grow from our failures. So anyway, so just start doing the things that you love. And then once you start doing those things, you're going to see that you're falling right into line with your passions and your desires. And then these fears are going to subside and you're end up going to be able to do all the things that you love to do. So remember, it's whenever you feel comfortable is when you should probably start worrying, right? Because that, we talked about that, that's when you know that you're not stepping outside of your comfort zone. And when we step outside of our comfort zone is where we start to grow and where we start to change and move forward on the things that we want to move forward in, but we've let fear hold us back. So anyway, so after that, now that we recapped a bit, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Today is mobility. So we're gonna stretch, move our body, and this day is very important, okay? So don't skip it. So I'm gonna move this out of the way. We're gonna try to hit a full body stretch today. So anyway, you can grab a mat if you have a mat, a towel, really anything will work. So let me grab my timer. I'm gonna demo each one and then we're gonna get started and we'll do each movement for about a minute. That'll give us a good amount of time to get that portion warmed up. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna do a knee tuck here, and then we're gonna use that same leg, go back to a lunge, and your knee doesn't need to touch the ground, it can hover, and we're gonna push our hips forward because we're trying to stretch our hip flexors right here. Okay, and then we're just gonna come straight back up. Same thing. So we're gonna do each side for a minute, okay? All right, here we go. You feel the pull in your hip flexor. If you can't feel it, then you need to push your hips forward more. You don't need to lunge forward. You're staying upright, but you can push your hips, push your butt forward, and you'll feel it. Don't forget to breathe. We have 15 more seconds on this side, and then we're gonna switch to the other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and switch. If you start to get wobbly, come here, come down, and then go back into your lunge. Come together and up. It's perfectly fine. 30 seconds. The next one we're going to do, we have 15 seconds left here. Next one we're going to do is a squat. So we're going to try to get low in our squat and just hang out there. I'll demo it. 1 second. Last one. Stop. Okay. So we're going to do our squat. We're going to start with a normal, a little bit wider than normal stance. We're just going to go down and we're going to hang out for a little bit, and you can rock side to side, but then come back down to where your heels are on the ground. Sit here and then come up. We're going to go back down and do it again. All right, and then we'll end up widening our stance a little bit, bring it in, it just switches up where you feel it, okay? So we're going to get started here in a second. We're going to do this for 1 minute. Okay, here we go. You can stay down for about 3 to 4 seconds, and then come up. I'm going to go ahead and separate a little bit. It's So good. You can push your knees out too with your elbows. It's so good to just sit in the squat. Okay. Bring it in for a few. Might be hard for y'all to do this one. If it's too hard and narrow, just stay out wider. One more. Okay, here we go. All right, this next one, we're gonna lay on our stomachs. You're gonna have one leg out straight, and then the other leg is gonna be up. And you're gonna pretend like you have something right here that you need to lift your leg over and back, right? So we're gonna lift it straight up, out, back up, and down. So we're gonna be here for 1 minute, and then we're gonna switch to the other side. All right, here we go. 90, up, over, up, and back down. Okay, way back up. Up, over, up, and back down. All right, 30 seconds. This is working your glute. You can feel it. All right, 5 seconds, and we're gonna switch over and back down. All right, let's go ahead and switch. Up at 90, up, up, over, up, back down. Thirty seconds. $15. We're almost there. 10. Let's do one more. Okay. All right, this next movement, we're gonna start at one side. So we're gonna cross our right leg over our left. We're gonna go down to a hamstring pull, stretching that out. We're gonna come back up. We're gonna untuck our back leg out. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and the leg that's out is gonna cross over on top, down to a hamstring, stretch, untuck your back leg this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? We're gonna do this for a minute. Let's go ahead and get started. All right. So let's cross our right over, down to the hamstring, come up, untuck your back leg. 1, we're stretching this inside. 3, 4, pull this leg in front. Hamstring, untuck your back leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's in front. Hamstring, stretch, come up, untuck your back leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. In front. Hamstring, come up, untuck your back leg. 15 more seconds. In front, down, up. Untuck your back leg. 1, 2, 3, Okay. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna lay on our side. Okay, so we're gonna lay on our side. You can put your legs like at 90. You're gonna put your arms on top of each other. Okay? And then we're gonna reach out. And then we're gonna pull back here and come through. This is really stretching our back out. Okay, so we're gonna be here for a minute. All right, here we go. Stretch out. Back. Oh, and jerk back in. Okay, out. You feel it in your back. Should be stretching it really good. "15 seconds. We're gonna switch to the other side. Last one. Okay, let's switch. All right, here we go. Out. This is more of a quiet, relaxing day. Don't forget to breathe. 15 more seconds. Last one. Ooh, I like that one. Okay, the next one we're going to be doing, we're going to be coming to a tabletop position here. Okay, we're going to take one arm, we're going to thread it under the other one. Put your shoulder on the ground. And we're going to come back through. The same arm that went through, you're going to push back on your butt. And we're going to go overhead at the same time. And back. As we come back up to tabletop. Okay? We're going to stay on one side for 1 minute. And we're going to switch to the other side. Alrighty. Here we go. So take one arm, thread it through, shoulder on the ground. Come up, take that same arm, but push back on your butt. As you go back, twist it like a rainbow. Come back up to tabletop. Same arm. Push back, rainbow it over, come back up to tabletop. Thread it through, shoulder on the ground, come back up, push back on your butt. As you send it back, come back up to tabletop. Last one, thread it through, come up, push back on your butt. As you rainbow, come back to tabletop. Okay, we're gonna switch. We're gonna do the other side. Thread it through, shoulder on the ground. Come up, same arm as you push back on your butt, go back, rainbow and over, back to tabletop. Thread it through. Push back on your butt, rainbow, come back to tabletop. Thread it through, shoulder on the ground. Push back on your butt as your rainbow. Come back to tabletop. Thread it through. Push back on your butt. Rainbow. Back to tabletop. Last one. Thread it. Come up. Push back on your butt. Tabletop. Okay. Next one we're going to do is cat to cow. So we're still in the same position. Okay, so we're going to do this for 1 minute. You're going to go to cat. You're going to arch your back. And then you're going to go into the cow. Or you arch your back the other way. A second, okay? Cat. Cow. Okay? Here we go, 1 minute. We're working our backs right now. Cat to cow. Cat. 30 more seconds. Tuck your butt when you do cat. Last one. Okay. This next one you can sit up on your knees. Okay, we're gonna do, right here, we're gonna do goalpost, and then we're just gonna go down. So we're gonna be working on our shoulders now, right here, okay? We're gonna be here for 1 minute. Here we go. Goalpost, rotate it down. Keep your arms up, 90. Do it as far as you can. Don't try to force the over rotation, but do it enough to where you feel that pull. So you can stretch out. You can feel it right here. Yeah. Fifteen seconds. Last one. Okay, this one we're going to be on our stomach. Lie on your stomach. Okay, we're going to do a goalpost with our arms. And then you're going to turn your head. You're going to turn your head towards whatever foot you're going to be moving. We're going to switch after 1 minute. We're going to do one leg and then the other leg, okay? So lay on your stomach, goalpost with your arms. Turn your head towards the leg that you're going to be moving. So then we're going to bring, we're going to turn your head towards the leg that's moving. So we're going to be moving this when my head turns this way, okay? So we're going to lift up and we're going to go over. Keep this shoulder driven into the ground. We're going to come back and back down, okay? So we're going to do this for a minute, then we're going to switch sides. Okay, here we go. First side. Goalpost, turn your head towards the leg you're going to move. Lift your leg up, over. You can really feel it in your back, but also you want to drive your shoulder into the ground so that it can stretch your shoulder as well. Back up.
10 seconds. Then we'll switch. One more. Okay. Flip your head to the other side, so we're gonna move our other leg now. Up, over, drive that shoulder into the ground. Y'all can hear me breathing on this one because my back is what I work on the most because it's always tight. Up, over. 20 seconds. Ten. Last one. Up, over. Oh, I like that one. Okay, you can stay here. So this one, we're gonna be with our head, your face to the ground. You're gonna clasp your hands behind your neck and you're gonna pull up your shoulders. Then you're gonna unclasp your hands, come behind, clasp your hands, and then pull up your elbows to the sky. Okay, so that's gonna be the movement. Behind your neck, behind your back. Okay, we're just gonna do this for 1 minute. Okay, take this off. All right, here we go. So clasp behind your neck, pull your elbows up, hold for 3 seconds, come down, clasp them around your back, drive your elbows to the sky, 3 seconds, come down, come back up, drive, 3 seconds, come down, come back, drive, and down. Elbows to the sky, 2, 3, down. Down. Last one, around your neck, elbows high, down, come back, drive your elbows up, down, and done. Okay, so we have one more. I'm done with that movement. So we have one more. We're going to do our shoulders a bit more. Lay on your side. You put your knees at 90, wherever. So this arm is going to be up at 90. You're going to use the other hand to push this one down to the ground. You're going to really start feeling it pull back here. We're just going to push down. You can just go all the way, but you'll start feeling it. So just go as far as you can to where you're not overextending it, but you're feeling that pull, okay? And then if you need to let up, you can reset and go back down, but we're going to hold each side for a minute. Okay, here we go. So go up to 90 and just push. This just depends on how your shoulder flexibility is. Range of motion. If you come here more angled, you're not going to get it. So make sure you're straight across 90 here and then 90 up. And push down. Okay? We have 15 more seconds. This is going to be the last movement that we're doing. So we tried to hit a little bit of all the body. We got in our hands, we got in our glutes, our quads, our inner thigh, our hip flexors. Okay, here, let's switch sides. Look at the other side for a minute. Arm up at 90, 90, 90. Push down. We did our shoulders, our back. So we tried to hit a variety of different things, kind of more of a full body mobility stretch. Some weeks we'll just focus on one area. But for this one, I kind of wanted to do a range of them all. So we'll mix it up here and there. Sometimes we'll just focus on, our upper. Sometimes we'll focus on our lower. It'll just depend. Let's hold it for 20 more seconds. Can y'all feel it right here? We want to keep our mobility really good so that we can continue to work out so our bodies don't break. They don't break on us. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, you guys, I hope that felt good. Like I said, to start, please don't skip your stretch and mobility. You need it every week. It's so good for your body, so make sure you get it in and make sure you take what you've learned this week about fear and start implementing it into your life so that we can change overall, physically with our bodies and just like in life, mentally, spiritually. We're gonna constantly keep growing. So proud of y'all. Y'all made it through 1 week. So we're gonna kill it next week and just continue to grow, get stronger, and become the people that we wanna become. I love y'all so much.